What has been ruined because too many people are doing it? Flipping houses. I've never been interested in doing it myself, but when just a few people who actually knew how to improve a fixer-upper and resell it after increasing its value were doing it, it was a legitimate service. Now it's just artificially inflating housing prices when investors buy up every open property in an area, put in trendy, garbage fixtures and cheap paint, and expect unreasonable prices so normal people can't afford homes. It's ruining the housing market in a lot of places. Airbnb is ruining Hawaii. The wealthy, who are often non-residents, are buying up all the affordable housing, so residents are being forced to move to the mainland. Maya Beach. It was in that 2000 Leo DiCaprio movie where it was depicted as a paradise. Delivering for Uber Eats. Used to make $150 a night on the weekends. Now I'm lucky to hit $60 before I get tired of waiting around for pings and go home. Driving. Living in California, the difference even in the last 5-7 years is insane. Back when Etsy was in its heyday, it was really awesome finding unique artists doing unique things all over the world. I loved that I could find things for any niche interest I could dream of, would eat up their featured artist videos for inspiration, and felt like I had a real chance at selling the crafts I've loved making for years. Nowadays a lot of it is Chinese resellers and people selling things they made that you can tell were just like two things they bought and glued together. It was kind of fun at first back when Regretsy was a thing, FJLs unite, but now I feel like I have to be super meticulous when I'm shopping on that to make sure what I'm looking at is indeed either a vintage or handmade item and that it's not something from Alibaba or Wish with a 500% markup. Not to mention trying to stand out among all that crap if you're trying to sell things. Many forms of passive income like print-on-demand sites. Tourism to ultra-popular places, especially smaller cities. Dubrovnik immediately comes to mind. The first time I went was pre-Game of Thrones and I thought it was pretty touristy, but sort of in a typical popular European destination way. I went again a few years later, after Goth became really popular, with my then boyfriend because we were in the area and he hadn't been ... and holy shit. It is the only place I've ever thought was absolutely ruined by the huge amount of tourists. And that was in autumn. I'd hate to see what it's like in the summer. AskReddit comment compilation YouTube channels. I agree, please only watch my channel from now on. Driving side, urban roads to get somewhere faster during rush hour in the city. Fuck you Waze. You've ruined our secret pathways we spent years ironing out. Antibiotics. Instagram, specific types of accounts. As much as I love using it for friends, everything is so overdone to the extreme. Photographers edit their photos to basically look like a place that doesn't actually exist but are dishonest about it. Models all have the same poses, locations, aesthetic themes. All those people that post as a lifestyle blog but it's just a bunch of pictures of them on vacation or advertising some sketchy looking online shop. People that have thousands of followers and every single one of their posts is a selfie. Sorry if any of these things intrigue you, in my opinion I just feel like they're so overdone and hard to avoid. Theme parks. Even if you pay a buttload for the express passes, you still have to get through the swarms of people to get to the rides. Then all the food vendors are packed. I feel like there could actually be more of them spread out. There is one water park near me. 2 large metropolitan cities within a little over an hour drive. That place is wall-to-wall people every day of the summer. A shortcut through a neighborhood, to avoid 3 lights and a railroad crossing. It became so popular that the town installed a series of large speed bumps to discourage drivers from using it. Mass tourism. If a place gets too popular and too many tourists go there, then it ends up destroyed. Flower fields trampled, beaches full of garbage, overfishing, etc. I'd say the power of motivation and how words used to change directions of someone's life and have a deep impact on them. It has become so cliched through all the FB/IG accounts and hashtags that they have lost that power. Hit songs always do it for me. The radio doesn't help either. Takes the replay value down even if the song is 10/10ths. Pay for most jobs. Flying. I should be the only person at the airport. Who the fuck do all these people think they are? Going to the theater. I'm not going to buy tickets to a show I can't see until 2027. Getting a college degree. Flying. Some people have zero idea how to behave in proximity of others. Facebook wasn't terrible back when it was mostly college kids party pics and cheeseburger style memes. There was a beautiful pristine waterfall near where I used to camp during the summer. We could go and enjoy hours playing in it in absolute isolation, and we knew enough to be careful not to stress the landscape too much. Now, you can't go there without the hordes of ugly people with their screaming children and barking dogs that monopolize the water, eroding the banks and destroying the surrounding flora. They leave behind their dog shit and litter, including baby diapers and beer cans that are often seen bobbing around in what was once a crystal clear pool. I hate those people. Edit, just to clarify. My description of these people as ugly is a reference more to their behavior and attitude than their external looks. Climbing Mount Everest. Way too many people have been dumping their trash there. Many concerts due to too many people holding cell phones in the air to take photos or videos of bands. I'm trying to watch a show, not dodge cell phones in my face. Shopping at thrift stores. I grew up poor, so pretty much all of my clothes came from the thrift store. I still liked shopping, though when I was in high school we were a bit better off. There was one on the walk from the train to my house that I went to pretty much every other day after school. The prices never changed much, and I got some of my favorite sweaters from the like this one that I call Frenchman and an awesome Halloween sweater. Around my senior year of high school I started noticing people coming in with lists of things to buy. These guys would come to thrift stores to buy items they wanted for their boutique shops, where they would sell them as vintage for a huge markup. After that started becoming huge, along with the Macklemore song, the prices started getting higher and higher. These people ruined thrift stores by making them start jacking up their prices, and I hate that it happened because I loved shopping there. Taking pictures or recording a concert. Last weekend was my first ever concert, and I was amazed at how many people decided to record the whole concert and watch it through their phones' screens. I was there hoping people put down their phones and let me watch the artist, but instead I needed to move my head avoiding all those phones. And I'm sure they'll not watch those recordings. Historical sites. Several places like Venice, Colosseum, Santorini, Pyramids of Giza. In addition to natural things like coral reefs at Raja Ampat, or even just the waters around Antarctica, all being overrun, overpopulated and polluted by the increasing number of people wanting to see the world and nailed the perfect Insta posts. Vacationing in Amsterdam. Social media. I remember when social media was like this fun way to kind of interact with your friends or look at funny videos, but now it's so political and everyone is on thin ice trying to not offend everyone. It's the worst. I can't even remember the last time someone mentioned the app funny. Instagram is nothing but terrible washed up Vine comedians and ads for fake AirPods. Twitter is nothing but recycled memes and political issues. Facebook is like the Internet Explorer of all the social media platforms. And I don't even have friends that is life outside of Snapchat or X stories. It's sad. If a channel gets a very large amount of subscribers, their channel will usually get ruined. Not always, but usually. I really liked the feeling cute, might delete later meme the first couple times I saw it. Now it's overdone and not funny at all. Social media in general. I just straight deleted everything besides Reddit a few years ago, and the way this place is trending. Like and subscribe for more content. And remember to check out Reddit.